Don't know the season 2 classroom opera late and made in the season 2. I hope it on the summer 2022, right? So I definitely gonna talk about Made in Abyss season 2 because I talk about season 1 and classroom of late. I am not sure, but probably not. I don't know if anyone move on still watching me, but I still do it. I'm not the person who start anything, then stop, then half-ass it, and move on with the trends. I'm not that kind of person. I will definitely finish the commentary of this spring 2022, and so definitely 100% finish it. Gonna do it until it finish. Okay, so uh, I hope you all power to you who is also already moved on. But for me, I need to finish this season first, as I committed to it. So I thought to talk about all the 24 minutes TV series. I may not count the shots. Um, then that's all about the introductions of the spring 2022 part 12. Spike's family first. I am gonna go from the live chart.me, who is the most top anime to the last. So I don't know if anyone like Spike's family this episode. For me, I really like the Spike's family episode, how over the top it is, but the fact that how the power of Bill and the fight over the top fight between Bill Wardskin and his friends. I am not expect any of the solid plot or complex story about Spike family. I hope for over the top comedy scenes between Spike's family, between people in skills, and between the character in Spike's family, and there's a lot of over the top middle age kind of character where there's also people who is from the soldier household in this skill, where there's a lot of the people from the rich household, and a lot of kinds of people, interesting kinds of people from the household of the area that I honestly think about that it is really really funny how the Damien trying to win it, but the point that I feel like I am not so I'm not so glad. I'm not like about this episode 10 much, is that the fact that Anya is using the forces. You like when she practices. I don't kind of hate this kind of gag in anime where the card is really predictable, and it's like it's not so creative joke. Like, I'm not blame about the fact that it's cliche or anything, but I don't like that Anya just practices her strength into doing this dodgeball match, and so she all she could do is she could do nothing, and it's annoyed me that Anya doesn't have any roles in it despite the fact that she practiced it. I don't know what the writers or the authors of the manga is thinking, but she should at least have like maybe kill a move, maybe like she only has the evade stuff. Like at last it ended as one of the gags or episode, which is the one that destroyed me, that there's no development of any character, just only the gag scene about like Hunter x Hunter, the reference about it. And I don't care about this episode copy or have references from Hunter x Hunter because yeah, it's funny. The reference is not wrong. So this episode for me is uh the score of this episode for me. It is good. You see that there's a lot of good anime in this episode 10 and so on and so forth. Chihiro, very short, very short. The season 2 of Chihiro, there's no fucking thing happen. But it kind of got interest in the episode. I am regret that I couldn't drop this anime before, but now I think that Chihiro is the same as Mobsege, where there's a lot of interesting world building and stuff, but the plot progressing is not nothing to it. Like the Raptor got out to kill Kasugi, which is another villain, and the story just goes on with the vague plot until I hope it's until the end, and so still so little fights, nothing happened, and Nafumi just goes on to help others, and I don't know if there will be any twisted into it. It's kind of fucked, but if you ask me if it's that unwatchable as the other people say, yes, it is unwatchable as other people say. It's bad. It's boring. Nothing explained clearly. It's almost impossible for anime watcher to understand this anime. Other than there's some interesting plot, interesting world building, and that's it. And that's my take about the Chihiro, where Raptor, where like people may find this interesting, but I'm not. Like it kind of goes circling the plot of like Nafumi goes helping people that he loved about from the other world, and accumulate the forces from the and maybe having the comrades, like this another interesting point, like having the comrade from like other birds and defeat the main villain, and that's it. No another, like it's not like the Mob Saga where there's also the pause between these. A lot of the court like it's also a lot like Mob Saga, but Mob Saga is more interesting in terms of the plot. There's a gimmick of ultimate game that also not talk about a lot. I don't know what to talk about this anime. Like it's like the other anime in the season, like where like it's like so like she goes like Daimo, where the plot is not progressing anywhere, and so on and so forth. I don't think it will improve. So the score is okay, boring. So definitely I would drop this anime in the episode 12. Oh my god, it continue on to episode 13. So I need to watch it to the end. Oh my gosh, I'm regret that I not drop it before. So maybe like I watched to episode 10. I have no review anyway, so like I'm not other like I'm not debating low reels in it. So I drop it right now. I am caught up in something like other channels where he couldn't drop it until episode 7, but for me, I just drop anyway I wanted to. So see you, hero. I drop it. Fuck it. And so, uh, because it's fucking fucked up anime that nothing to it that is worth watching. Chihiro. Mopsega drop. Shichoseki drop. Okay, she can read it. I'm sorry that I'm a slow worker, that I am not finished anime in the enough on time. So everyone just like go on. But for me, I'm not half-asses anything in my life, so I need to get this finished. I'm not like I'm not want to do it either. I'm wholeheartedly wanted to do it. So I wanted to finish it. It's for my, not for my ego. It's for my, like, for my fun. And so it's not like this is my responsibility to do it 100%. Not like that, but I wanted to finish everything I've thought. So that's my, probably my ego. I don't know, but like it's not feel like it's my duty either. I just like having fun doing it. And so Shikimori, season 2 of the Shikimori, I like this episode so much. Like Hachimitsu, who is introvert, having a weird personality, having friends. She is the first time she have been interested about the life outside of the outside of the world. And so the progressing the development of the Hachimitsu, who before she doesn't have any friends, but when she have friends, she is motivated to do things. As she's like me, who, but I am kind of opposed the philosophy of like doing things motivated. I'm just like, I like to do things unmotivated. I don't know, like all my life I'm just unmotivated. I don't have any friends. I'm kind of jealous of the Hachimitsu, but like it's with that say, a lot of the scene that Chimori practice with, it's funny. It's development of the character. Izumi practice with Hachimitsu, and I really feel that scene that Hachimitsu wanted to do more. Like I feel like you get nothing out of living it, but you have fun. Like I wanted that feeling so much, that having friends and wanted to do everything, but unfortunately my life is pathetic, poor, and fucked up. So I don't have any friend. My life does not have any happiness from only from watching anime. My life has nothing. And so that's it about my life. The end. My life is fucked up all the time. I don't participate in any activity. I don't have friends. I dropped out from the queue. Basically just your normal fucked up life. My life is empty, other than like this is all you see from anime reflection. This is all my life. Like right now. Like I cannot stress enough. Like have friends from watching it. Like I'm related to this episode and jealous of it so hard. And there's a lot of character development. The directing style is the thing that really pops out in this anime, and I feels like it improved so much as Sekimori is a great anime. And so this is all cannot stress enough that it's based on my opinions. It's based on my strongly on my opinion. So so don't take it as actual fact. This is what I just feel about the anime, but it's the tier about the anime. And so I don't recommend you anyway watching the like the pirate website, because you should watch Bilibili as or Crunchyroll or something like that. But for me, it like the problem, like I show you from the video right now, like to be exact. See on the video. Uh, See on the video that how could I doing it as when I pause this and I trying to go next scene, it suddenly start playing again and put me at risk onto the copyright, so I can't use this website. I'm sorry for anyone who think that I use pirate, but I'm not. I'm actually buying the membership of this website, so I'm so sad because the system of this website is not good enough. That uh, it's not good enough, so you couldn't use it. But like this episode is great again. Like I don't know how Aaron could consistently be good in every episode. I feels like in real I astonished with the joke that about you can't like I don't know in the other countries, especially Japan. I don't like I gonna watch your camp. I'm gonna watch your camp so much time, but sadly I couldn't have time. Not that I couldn't have time to watch it. I still doesn't want to watch it. I don't know the reason. I just like finding not finding the perfect time either. I just don't want to watch it before, but like it's astonishing how the people on the to the camping trip finding their own food, like survival anime, and like having the joke of like Hunter x Hunter. I don't know, the survival anime about catching fish and using the spear to catch the fish, and it's kind of funny. Um, it's kind of weird. Like it's weird joke, not in a bad way. It's weird in a positive and what the fuck way. And that I really like the directing uh of the romance scene where Aaron and real I don't understand. I don't Rido. So Aaron and Rido having the going onto the romance scenes, and and the people watching. No, not the scene when Aaron go back and go out again, and she gonna have to eat the ramen with the Rido, and so Aaron just maybe kids Rido. I don't know, but this anime trying so hard um to maybe not include so much of the drama between romance and anything, but it feels like it's really weird how this romance scenes come through as you eat the cup noodle, and so Aaron just go out talking and kissing, um, and it gone out again. Like the romance scenes in this anime feel like it comes and go, and I just like these romance scenes. I don't know, and I don't know, maybe like this joke is kind of what the fuck, and like I don't know what to talk about Aaron anymore, because it's great. And so because it like the older episode, like it's like there's nothing new from this anime that offers but it feels like it presents in the same way. I don't know what to talk about it, but it's consistent, so why not give it grade? Um, 恋を世界征服ので Like I have nothing to talk about most of the anime that exists in this spring 2022. But Koi Sekai Seviku no Day, I feel like this episode is having really stellar animation with when the character run, when the character has go on to doing things which like the one of the charm of this anime that there is a lot of the character that doing something else, and so having the different kind of opinion between things. And I like how the interactions of the character be like, how would they find out, like maybe the character like the beast princess maybe find out about the Fudo and this guys, or maybe his princess, what she gonna do. And it's kind of fun to watch this episode about the fight between the the running, the joke between, like there's also bear joke of like someone wear the costume and the macho princesses misunderstand him, and it's a lot of joke. And at the end, like I spoil you that I gave the grade, not the grade, but the much so much score up there because of this ending scenes that they're together, they're using the cosplay. At last, like it's beautiful how the cosplay people see, but it's actually the real thing that both are together. Everyone sees it as the cosplay of the opposite side. Means that even if they are in the different side, completely opposite, they still could be with each other and kind of good. What, like for me, I read anime through what the anime trying to tell, and I catch that message, and all from the my pure feeling, that what I feel about the each of the anime. And so it's great. Like so some time render, some time render. I like copy this she's onto the website, because I am too lazy to type. Like how there's a lot of the ads on this website, which sometimes I may like. If this is it, like I have the intrigue mystery in some time render. Also new like copying stuff about Shadow Hirugo. Maybe there's Hirugo who having create all the Shadow to maybe wake up Hirugo again, or maybe something else like that. I don't really care about the mystery of the Summer Charmander much, because I'm not the person who invested in the mystery stuff anyway. I'm on some level middle. Like I'm kind of the jack of all trade. Is I'm like interested in a lot. I'm not that jack of all trade, but I'm a person who is like interested in something, but I'm not interested in everything, but I'm interested in some specific thing, but I cannot do good at that thing. And there are several things of that, like maybe drawing, maybe mystery, maybe like reading, maybe like mystery anime, maybe sci-fi anime, and some of the fantasy, isekai, and those kind of stuff. I'm not a person who seems to be enjoy the like fighting Hollywood anime or Zero Spin to Land Evangelion and those kind of stuff. I have something that I don't like to. But for me, it feels like a middle ground in between anime. But the real problem between me and like Summer Turner is that um, it's starting to get some kinds of like it's starting to get some kind of crazy. It's not like Shiki where it get crazy and like everything that happened gets crazy, but still having the kind of the reason, not something new happening, not something new happened and you kind of lost track of the story. But in the Shiki case, like yes, you lost track, kind of lost track with the story, but you're still catching what's happening and what's the turning point. But in case of the Summertime Render, I feel like I lost track with what of the anime happening and I don't seem to understand about the new thing that is happening. And so like I know that there is kind of random reason, but it feels like the story just goes on without wanting me to like just see what happens. Just want not me engaging in the story like Chiki does, where what will happening, what the story is happening. It's really scary in Chiki, where in case of the sometimes render, I feel like this baby shadow exists and animation got dropped and fighting and stuff and shadow, like everything just the new bunch of new things just happening at once, and I seem to lost track of the story. And if it's my fault, I'm completely sorry. But if not complain about that, I feel like the animation of the story got dropped and the story turned into the B-grade horror movie. And so to find out about stuff like in the future episode, it has the potential to be a Shiki where there's like other anime character and having to fight against each other and have the different motive. But for now, I don't see anything about the Summertime Render. Uh, the Summertime Render score is so. So now go on to the Tomodachi game. Tomodachi game. Maybe I drop like the anime that I draw, but I don't mean that I will not watching it anymore. Maybe I'll watch outside of the. I'm not that pussy who just like disappear with the anime. That pussy who just like talking about the anime and disappear in the middle of the episode while not saying what you dropped that anime. I'm just like I'm saying I'm drop it, but I'm not saying I'm not watching it anymore. Maybe in the future, maybe outside of the review, I will still watch it. But in terms of the recording, it feels like it's worth it to watching it. But in terms of the Moria, in terms of the Carter, I don't remember if I already dropped this anime out. Let me see from the charts. Episode 9. Episode 10, part 10. Maybe Tomodachi game on the side of the. I don't see any anime dropping it, and in this part, so feels like I did not see any of the anime also. And in this part, I don't see any of the anime drop also. And so probably it. And the etymology game in this episode, I feel like I really like the mind game of the UEG where fighting between the what is it called, the grip of there's genius who is broadly you could tell, but I'm not if like I'm like I don't know, but I'm not like I can't analysis or reflect anime in terms of like these people who is really like already predict who is the villain, who is like the real villain. I'm not that type of predictions too into the anime, but I reveals reflect it in terms of the like ideas, plot progressions. I'm not like but this kind of anime I'm not this dumb kind of survival game anime I'm not that a fan of, but like I'm not trying to be middle between everything. I'm trying to be clear. But this kind of anime feels like I don't really hate it. I'm also okay with it. Like maybe I'm liking it a little. So this kind of psychological fight between Ibe, Korto, and the fight between what is it that it's a fight between the mind game and stuff, but it feels like it lacks some kinds of the like it has some kinds of the like this character is the most genius and maybe what the fuck is happening, and then it explained in the next episode or the next two or next three. But I feel like in terms of the actions or the reuse of the stuff, I don't really understand, and that is not that impressive. But in the episode 12 or 13 at the end, maybe show some kind of the good and tricky stuff, which maybe increase the score. But in terms of the actions or plot and stuff, I feel like maybe it's my fault, but I'm not that into it. So it's like the character mind game trying to deceive each other to get a good out of them. But I do really interested in the fact that the anime has this fight between the character mind game stuff. So the score is good. And the next one is Eroistic-Ke. Eroistic-Ke, and in the next 10 episode, this is probably the surprisingly Eroistic-Ke. Kabe Taijin plot is kind of plain, but and all in all, this episode is about the preparation of the episode 12, which is a big hit, I would say, and which is probably the big hit, and Nanami plot probably the most intense right now. So this episode is preparation, nothing that impressive, just a plain old practicing and stuff about the next episode. But there's also the plot, like maybe regression in terms of like the plan of Komei using the staff, right? And the plot is the score is good, and Choki Shoujo no one did rate. I don't remember the it's a 10 of Showcase on the one did right. I need to some kind of, like, I already have the opinion about it, but some kinds of I need to refresh memory in order to speak more clearly about my opinions. But so I really like, to your surprise, I really like the plot of the Virgin Raid. I don't know why, but like it just turns out to be some kinds of like fighting between the like Akari turning back time. It's a fight like ReZero, finding the mystery, fighting superpower between concept or superpower in this anime and sins and stuff like that. It's kind of being the fight between character, and like it's like Shiki, where like I have this example of Shiki a lot, or maybe Tsunabozu, where the characters traveling go on and fight each other and having some kinds of intense plot. But and there's Monsterine, where the character who have the like maybe the past, like I'm not that I'm impressed with the like the villain now that she is like what is Tabu, what is everything. I am interested in and the story ready to answer what is it. Taboo is just like maybe it's just like a person who is born and having the pure concept, and there's interesting world building and stuff, fighting between power level. Not that power level, I think it's just like interesting fight. What is like using the power to fight between each other, and having it has a great concept. The plot, yes, maybe some kinds of like kind of the linear, but also having some complexity to it. Like there's also people who fight. Like there's also Akari. Like there's a lot of the character in between the shows that having the relationship. What are they having reaction to each other? How Akari will go on. What is the relationship between Akari and Meinu, Akari and Ashiro, or how she will escape the monster, how she will fight with Pandemonium, what happened, how the story will go from now on. And it's really interesting how the Virgin Road turned out. It is great, and the Awashiro drop Diamond Tsubaki 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my gosh, 8. So in Diamond, right? I believe it's Christmas episode, if not. And there one episode, uh, all this episode about the plum stuff, and like I really like the past about the. I say really a lot, but I mean it. I mean really. I feel like I'm interested in the past between the plum. Like it's like you're normal, not your normal, but it's like the drama between family. Like you cannot married with our son if you are, because you are just a geisha, which is the actors dancer. I don't know, I am not expert in that field, but it's basically the dancing stuff of the Japanese. And so these obajan doing it, and so the grandma of the Kome doing it, which Kome from the stage name of the grandmother, and this pause between Kome. Like it's kind of sad, and that the grandpa wanted Kome back to be, wanted really to marry with Kome, but he can't, so he sent back the hair tire. I don't know what to talk about, but at last it ended with the plum stuff, which is the from the first that related to the name of Kome is beautiful, and then it's cute. Like it's great. This anime is great, and sebagai episode 10. I feels like sebagai episode 10 also, it's so cute and so maintain the story plot between the rat squad, which also having some drama about the life of these two, about being excellent leader. I'm into it. Like, I don't know, but like it's cute how it's really cute. The background is cute. Character interaction, character realization. If before I like it's Hunter x Hunter, like if it's like Hunter x Hunter, have the character was and they're fighting each other, or they're having interactions with each other, or maybe there's some goals in the story, like maybe obtain some of the scroll, or fighting to get the stuff that they wanted to. I feel like I would kind of enjoy this anime if I know the character first, of the fighting each other, or maybe having the like day by day interactions about each other. But the fact that I don't know about the rat squads before make it kind of hard to like make it not as much invested in the story. But I'm also okay with the rat squad stuff, and Benisu, and that's why I enjoy the Benisu Momo helping Sazonga and Tsubaki, because they are friends before more, and so the score of Ninja Tsubaki is great. RPG Fido-san, a lot of drama, a lot of the in the episode 10 of Ninja Tsubaki, it feels like but let me see first. Like, I enjoy the drama of the I'm not that person who expect, like, I'm sorry for not having more reaction, but like I am really into the drama of like far between like far helping each other to gain happiness, while far helping the people in the world of them human and human to gain the harmony to each other. Well, so, and they being with each other from Kotono being with far from the start, so she is having more drama with having more emotional attachment with her. and I really feel sorry for Far, who is like being being the dragon. Maybe she got controlled by anything, but I expect this anime to end the dark, like maybe Far gotten killed, or she separated from Kotana forever, because of the fact that she, like, I don't know about this, but I really feel like I really wanted to know what happened between the next episode and the character where from the, like, it unexpected to me that this anime using the character where the other episode having seems like a gag anime using like this character are made from the mage that use magic from the kingdom, that they are professionals and they need to protect the kingdom, and they don't care about for that catching. They're talking so casually, and the character that is like, I'm sorry, but like the character, other character that talk about the doesn't care about it at all. Only coordinate, and Far love each other, even if they not met so much. And these two characters, Rakira, Rifiri, I don't know about them, but they must just like seem Far as just not her kids, the people that with her too. I'm understand Courtney. The Courtney is actually the most kind-hearted person in the shows. Like, they she think of Far as her sisters, her peers, while these two are thinking of Far like the other person all this time. It's actually fucking dark. And only Courtney think of Far as being her, as being one of her comrades, as being one of his sisters. No one care about, like, you see, like, these girls are still laughing and doesn't care about Far. And so it's freaking dark. Like, this anime, I prepare for the full steam, prepare for this anime to be dark. But like, as I say, it, like, the character, the scenes, the everything, the cinematics, the directing, mostly the directing, not directly, mostly the script about this anime is just blowing me about the thing that happened in this anime. It's kind of mysterious at the same time being fulfilling. And so the end of this anime, it feels like it worth watching for what will happen. It's great, like, flowing the drama of no one care about for, well, only Kotone. And so Kotone is not wrong. Kotone is not wrong. Like, Kotone may seem selfish, like, for the story of thing, but you have to know that they are, like, the Kotone are with Far this whole show. Far is the only one that helped Kotone from the start and be friendly with her, and like, for the whole show, they care about each other. No one, like, I don't know what to talk about it, but like, Far is just, but like, Kotone is the only one that is very kind-hearted. She's not wrong. I think the people who just doesn't care about far going out is the person who is the person that has cold-hearted. They they probably just doesn't care about far. Like, I know that for a fact. Probably all this time they just think that far is the person that just outsiders. And so you you may think that Codename is annoying, but for me, um, it is that those people that is not uh have the sympathy, or sad about far get out is more kind of annoying for me, but it's great. And the dot answer, it's okay. Dot answer, like, it's okay anime. Like, I have some sympathy about the past of the Luo, and the like Luo is the part that I really enjoy about the Lancer, and having the Miyako to go to her and stuff, and so dancing between the beach at last, and Miyako stealing Luo, Junpei stealing Miyako from Luo and stuff. Those kind of the love triangle and love kind of drama stuff. I enjoy about that. I'm sure nothing to talk about much. It's great. And so Chachiku-san, no yure ni iasaretai. I feels like I'm kinda okay with this anime. It don't feels like at the other episode where a lot of people may feel like it's just empty hollowness, cuteness, where the character doesn't have any interactions with the world, or just being treated as a pet who is just like in this episode kind of hits me how the world of like you not get like I related to my past about the fact that I did not get any compliment about doing hard about study, working hard about study. At last I feel like there's no one in the world like compliment me, care about me studying hard or not. So at last I am just dumping off it, and it feels that about this kind of situation in the world where they don't care about your hard work, and at last you just like work hard for nothing, and they feels that about it, and that I'm gonna cry about that this Yurei compliment for Shashiku, because Shashiku wanted to cheer up the Shashiku of her not to work hard to death, because no one cheered for her, so they cheer for him. No one cheer for her, so they cheer for her, and so that's probably it. In the first half, and the second half is just a cute giving the gift of like wanted to Shashiyu to have a good body, and so it's really is cheer up for the cheer up and giving you courage to live on, for animation about giving you courage, cheering you up even if you're tired, no one cheer you, then like it's really straight up linear thinking. But I really like about Shashiku, like no one cheer, like everyone blames Shashiku for no one give the fuck about how hard you work and seeing only your mistakes. So everyone blame Shashiku, especially the boss blame Shashiku. So Yurei and Miyako compliment her The shot score for Eroistic-Ke is great, exponentially great about this anime, and I enjoy about Birdie Wing. Like all of the anime that I'm not drop, I feel like I enjoy about it. Like most of the anime are now good to great. Like, okay, 11. I feel like I really enjoy about the Birdie Wing. Of the fact that she needs to be the sorry. It's not episode 11. I fucked up. Episode 10. Probably about the fighting between. Like, I like how this world has the different faction of goth, mafia, and school, and stuff. Which I enjoy about this episode about like wanted Eve, like there's Eve wanting to be caddies, like there's also people who want to be caddy for Eve, and so Eve cannot playing only the straight style, but also having to use the brain too. So it is kind of balance between it. You cannot go in one way only to expect the winning from the past. Like the Eve who like from how she win the versus, she's just straight up doing it. So it's not kind of good of the tactics of fight between that episode in terms of the storytelling. But in terms of this episode, it feels like it kind of left up the enjoyment that Eve cannot only using the one way to hit the golf. And I kind of feels like I understand the golf more of how like there's also ideal line. There's also who is, it's about the turn who you use. If you use less turn to hit the golf, you win. I don't know about. I should not get that much of the golf, but I feel like I get the senses of how intense golf is in terms of like you need to have the ideal line in terms of like there's also the terrain problems and the caddies and how you use the your golf club, the ideal line, the way that you hit the balls, the way that the angle, the wind, the person, the situations, the and stuff. But it's kind of over how like there's this power of like slowing time and stuff, which I don't really care about much. Like just power about slowing time doesn't make the anime seems like incredibly that unreasonably exaggerating. It feels like it's just more colorful in the anime. But like all in all, it feels like I enjoy for living. It's great. Healer girl. We not flying. 叩けとこが来るきっと I don't know how to sing it, like just randomly. But like it's good, like OP of the Bird of Wing. But in the episode 10 of Hibiki, I feel like I enjoy the Hibiki story of and finding to go to the Halloween, I believe. It feels like I'm starting to feel bored about the Healer Girl, as the anime is just so not the lack of many of the conflict in the story made Healer Girl feels like it's not nonsense, but it's just like kind of not pulling me in. Just you're dancing, singing in each episode doesn't have feels like have any plot at all, but also having like Hibiki wanting to like it's cliche and I wanted it to be better, but like it's good. No, nothing to complain about. Well, it's that like I have something to say about this anime. Episode 10. あなたの覚えは離れる気持ちだと思いを That's like the Healer Girl OP, right? So in terms of like escape, like it has some. I don't know what the story will go from now on, but like I don't know what to talk about this anime. Like the anime is the plot is okay, like the episodic from the start to, but the fact that it is episodic from the start to go to the escaping from the threat from this kind of the like the story, yes, progress forward, but if like there's maybe a goal, like the story may just ended up being like the goal of like fighting the villain boss and ended it. It's kind of disappointed for me. Like I don't know, but the story of the staff life in this episode, I feel like it's being okay episode about the fighting between fighting to get out and what the fuck is it about. There's an update of the like it's okay, it's good, and ended the sessions